Hi guys, so I got a phone call earlier today from my brother-in-law actually. He's got a buddy at work who's new to saddle hunting, and he's having trouble figuring out how to set up his stick spacing and how he wants to set up his platform. Like he's having trouble figuring out how to set his platform up on the tree when dealing with the lineman's belt and all that. Like he's kind of having trouble with that whole situation. So I figured what I would do today is to get out here. He said he couldn't find any good videos that kind of showed exactly what he was looking for on YouTube. And so one of the problems he's going to run into is everybody uses different sticks. And everybody has a different stride length and leg length and all that. So my stick spacing is going to be different than his because he's using from my understanding, he's using a 2-step stick with no aiders. And so how high he gets is going to be different from how high I get. So we're not really going to go over that, but I'm just going to kind of set up 2 sticks on the tree and show you guys, because I haven't done this in a long time. I'm just going to put 2 sticks up on the tree, go up 2 sticks, and show you guys how I set my platform dealing with the lineman's belt and all that. So I'm going to get you guys on this handy dandy head rig here and kind of give you basically my point of view of what it looks like me setting up my sticks and platform. But we're only going to go 2 sticks high. So I got everything on my back here, and we're going to see if we can't get this going. All right guys, so I'm not sure which camera is going to give you the best view of this. So I'm setting up 2 different cameras, and hopefully between the 2 of them we can get a good point of view on this. So I'm running the one on my head. So the first thing I do when I get to the tree is take my backpack off. I would go ahead, pop my backpack loose, pull my platform out, and I've got a paracord loop on it. I would hook it to one side of my platform. Now the guy, to my understanding, is using 2 sticks, or he's using 3 or 4 sticks, I'm not sure, but he's got only 2 steps per stick, and he's not using aiders, and he's just having trouble figuring out where he wants to, he's having trouble figuring out how to space that. And the problem is, like I said, everybody's step's going to be different. So what I would recommend is finding a place on your body that you can relate to that stick. So like on me, if I was going to use sticks, 2-step sticks like this, tethered 1 stick with no aiders, I would take the attachment point here, like where your Versa button would be or something, and try to get that in line with your belly button. I think would be a pretty good spacing for me. So it's about in line with my belly button. Before I set it, I would go ahead and put my body up against the stick to hold it. Pull my attachment method around the tree. In my case, it's a SAM steel. And just go ahead and attach your stick. And then on this tree, it's kind of a smaller tree, and I got a lot of extra rope, so I'm just going to wrap it around like that. And then just roll this extra up around the stick and tuck it. So then you just pull your stick out at the bottom and set it. Then I would get my lineman's belt right here, put it around the tree, hook in, and you're good. So one thing I found when I'm climbing a tree, I don't like my lineman's belt to be below your stick, because you don't want your belt catching on the underside of the stick right here and pulling your stick up. So I make sure my belt is actually above the top of the stick, and then I would go ahead and start climbing. Go ahead and tighten that up. Then I would set my second stick right here. And I think one of the problems he's having is figuring out how he wants to set his platform with his, because apparently he's having trouble holding it. So let's go ahead and set this stick real quick. Like I said, belly button height with the attachment point. Wrap your, now I would use my knee or something, or I would pull the slack out of my lineman's belt here so that I could kind of get up against the tree and hold your stick there. Just pull your attachment method around. And then go ahead and tie it up. Like I said, this is a smaller tree, so we'll run the extra back around and then just kind of wind it up here like this. I haven't done a video like this in a long time. Last time I did something like this, I was actually using the rope mod on all my stuff and my hawk sticks. So I would pull my stick out of the bottom, push down and set my stick. And then on my setup, like I said, I like for my platform to be the same height as my top stick, so that it's basically like having a platform that covers half the tree, because you can put your foot on the stick and work around the tree and use that stick as just like another part of your platform, especially if you're in a little bit bigger trees. But even on smaller trees, like, it helps a lot. So I would unwind my attachment method on my platform, go ahead, pull it around the tree. So I would set my platform about where I think I'm going to want it. Mine won't actually, it won't drop that much when I set mine, because there's no stretch to it, like if you're using a cam buckle strap or whatever. So I would just reach around, grab my rope, pull this here, and hook it around my post on the button on my post. So I've got my rope all set up, and then I will go ahead and tilt this up, because of the attachment method I use doesn't stretch. So I want to go ahead and pull the slack out of it now. And then all I have to do is adjust this one right over the button. And that's all there is to it. And then I'm not using anything to hold my platform up while I'm hooking this up. I just wrap my extra around here, roll this up a couple times, and then hook my bungee to keep my extra kind of up out of the way. And then I would just cam it over. And actually on this, if you just cam it over, okay, that one worked. Sometimes it's so tight you have to lift up on the platform before you cam it. But I mean, that's solid as it can be. So as you can see, once I've got my stick and my platform at the same height, so then I would actually go ahead and climb up. And once you're on your platform, everything's good. Then you can go ahead and start setting up your tree as far as your tether, your hiss strap, whatever you're going to use to hang your bow, your backpack, and all that jazz. So hopefully you guys can see all that on camera. That's why I was running the head rig and the other camera, the Insta360 back there, because I tried just running the head rig a minute ago and I didn't have it at the right angle. I hope it's at the right angle this time, so you guys can see all that. But we'll go through in the editing and figure out which is the best view. But that is how I set everything up. And like I said, the reason I want my platform and stick at the same height on that top stick is so that you can just work over onto that stick. And when you're on your tether, it's just like having it's like having a platform that wraps, it covers half the tree, because you can go from your platform to your stick to work further around the tree for different shot angles. And then back to your platform. So it's hot out here. Hopefully that helps. If you guys got any questions, you know what to do. Leave them in the comments. Thanks. I'll catch you in the next one.